Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Fun Astrology Podcast. It's Thursday, December 4th. Today, we have a high frequency and high information full moon, one that puts us right in the cosmic intersection. Today, I'm calling the messenger at the crossroads. Let's walk through it. The moon spends the entire day in Gemini, but not quietly. It starts by opposing Venus in Sagittarius and then continues by opposing the sun in Sagittarius, forming the full moon. A Gemini full moon is already about illumination through information, the truth coming up through conversations, questions, curiosity, and mental movement. Gemini never sits still, and it never stops collecting data. Sagittarius, on the other side of the sky, is the storyteller, the one who takes that data and asks, what does this mean? What's the bigger picture? The full moon puts these two energies tight and says, pay attention to what's surfacing. The message matters. But what makes this lunation truly special is where it lands in the bigger cosmic timeline. This full moon is extremely close to squaring the lunar nodes. And anytime the sun squares the nodes, we reach what astrologer Carl Payne Tobey called the moon wobble. A moon wobble is not an eclipse, but it is the marker that we have exactly halfway between eclipse seasons. The sun only squares the nodes twice a year. The last time was June 11th. Lunations don't always align with this moment, but this year they have. And this full moon is another. So we get the full moon right next to a nodal square, also known as the moon wobble. We are now in between eclipses, which I fondly call the cosmic course correctors. Look at the path behind you and the one that's unfolding ahead. A moon wobble can show up as heightened awareness, emotional quickening, things feeling up in the air, old stories resurfacing, decisions that suddenly can't be avoided, truths that won't stay buried anymore. But not in a chaotic eclipse season way, more like a cosmic recalibration. It's the moment you stop at the crossroads and realize you can't go back the way you came. And with the full moon in Gemini, today's message, insight, or conversation is part of that pivot. Gemini brings the words, Sagittarius brings the meaning. Gemini gathers the pieces, Sagittarius assembles the truth. And with the full moon landing so close to the nodal axis, this is a sense of clarity after confusion, recognition after searching, an aha moment you didn't know you needed, the truth you can't unsee. This is why today's theme is the messenger at the crossroad, because something, a thought, a memory, a conversation, an insight becomes a signpost. A message is delivered at exactly the right time. Before the full moon peaks, the moon opposes Venus. This is important for the day. It means your heart gets involved before your mind does. Venus in Sagittarius wants honesty. It wants freedom. It wants truth to expand, not truth with limits. So before the moon delivers its message, Venus clears the emotional channel and says, let's be honest about what you really want. Then the full moon arrives and says, okay, now what are you going to do with that clarity? The sun will exactly square the nodes tomorrow at 7:21 a.m., but the full moon is hitting that energy right now. Today is the peak of the tension. Tomorrow is the acknowledgement of the turn. It's like the universe is saying, today you see the crossroads, tomorrow you start walking. This full moon may not be asking you to make huge decisions, but it is asking you to get honest. A few questions for today. What is the truth that I've been circling but not naming? What information keeps returning? What conversation needs to be had? What story am I outgrowing? What path am I nudging towards gently, repeatedly, and unmistakably? The Gemini full moon opens the message. The moon wobble clarifies that direction. You don't need to do anything dramatic today, just listen. This Gemini full moon is the messenger waiting at the crossroad, and the sign that you've been waiting for may finally appear. And that's your astrology for Thursday, December 4th. A rare full moon, a rare alignment with the nodes, and a moment of cosmic clarity. Take note of what comes through today because it's guiding the next chapter into the next eclipse. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I will be back with you next week. So until then, much love. Talk soon.